Alright, I've been meaning to make another video. This is the NetraDyne AI safety system in my truck. Basically, it's got an onboard camera, records all 4 directions, although I keep the visor down so it doesn't videotape in the bunk area because it doesn't need to. However, I lose 1 point per day for that. I just got a video. Apparently I did something wrong, I think. I'm not sure. I don't even know what day it was from. Oh, wow. I got a +4 for that. Oh, 4 plus following distance. And I didn't get a negative at all that day. That's strange. Oh, only 8 minutes. Okay, so that was when I was at the yard and the truck got put in the shop. So it didn't really count. 2 violations. That might be the day that I got this recording. So, weekly review. December 6th. It's the 19th. I got this video thing today. And I think it was a ding against me because I was potentially maybe following too close. But basically what happened was I guess I had this car riding my butt. And so I moved over behind another truck. And I didn't back off quickly enough, and so it dinged me. It says, if you could reduce the 37-minute one severe following too close to 0 minutes, the score could improve by 1 point to 954. So it took forever for it to load the first time, so let's see how well it loads this time. Let me turn off this light so you don't have a glare. It looks like it's going to take forever to load, but basically, I don't remember this. What day was this? It says here it was December 14th, which today is December 20th. So, shoot, what day was that? I have to find my calendar here. Oops. This is my work phone, so I don't use the calendar in it. I guess Verizon doesn't have very good signal here. 14th. Oh, that was a week ago. Last Tuesday. Like I'm going to remember that day. Anyways, I was doing 68 in a 70. I typically drive 2 to 3 miles under my governor because my governor is 70. Although it's technically 71. When I set the cruise, it thinks it's 70, but I'm actually doing 71. So that's kind of a bonus. But anyways, okay, so this happened a week ago tomorrow because today's Monday. And this was last Tuesday at 5:47 p.m. Central Time. I was probably in a hurry to get to a truck stop because I don't know where I was. I have to go back and look at my logbook. And this thing's taking forever to load. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, this used to stay black because I had this little thingy that was over it, but it didn't look like it really belonged to the device. So I took it off, and now it just sees the visor, and it looks kind of weird. But anyways, well, it moved a second ago. Oh, I think it just moved another tiny bit. I might have to do another video when I got better signal. I thought maybe it would load better this time since it already loaded once. It might have, some cache or whatever in the memory, but apparently not. So I was following at 0.5 seconds when I pulled behind him. And basically I was letting a car pass. But I don't remember if I slowed down or if I got back out into the left lane. It looks like I was slowing down because now it says 40 or 67 miles per hour. So I think I was basically trying to pass this guy, and I had cars tailgating me or something. And so I backed off and got behind this guy. But I might have moved in between two trucks because, like I said, it's a week ago. I don't remember what happened. There might have been two trucks there, and I pulled in between them to let people pass. And I didn't slow down a lot because then the guy behind me would have been pissed off, But like I said, I don't know if that was the case. I'm just speculating. Trying to make excuses for myself. No, I don't know. Like I says, I don't know. But I do know that I did move over to let a car pass because, oh, here we go. Okay, now it stops. Because right after I move over, his car goes zoom. And so that's pretty much what that was all about. And the only reason why I was in the left lane would have been for two reasons: to pass this guy or maybe to pass the guy that was behind him. I don't know. The video is only a couple seconds long, so you don't really get to see. Oh, we're moving. 0.6 seconds following distance. So yeah, we really don't know exactly what happened because it doesn't show everything that was going on. It just shows the clip. Here we go. And now we're stopped. So here's the right view. You can see the right front nose mirror. And here's the left view. And that mirror's lit up. So obviously something's coming. I already know something's coming because I already watched the video. But so it's like that mirror, you can barely see it. It's not lit up, but that mirror is. So that's kind of a giveaway. But anyhow, if this thing will ever load, we can finish this video. Where was I a week ago? Tuesday the 14th at I had to have been Eastern time because I wasn't driving at that time, Central time. Or was that in the morning? Nope, we're moving. Okay. I think I remember what happened now. All right, hang on. Oh, this is 5 a.m. I think I remember what happened. So this guy cuts me off, and so I move over into the left lane. But then there's cars coming, and he pulls ahead, and then I move back over, and then he slows back down, and so then I turn my high beams on him. That's what it just looked like, because it did look like I turned my high beams on. All right, that's gonna take forever. All right, go back to my logbook. Okay. Yeah, I was driving at 5 something a.m. and I was in Indiana, which normally, oh no, I was in Illinois by then. Because, yeah, I don't usually drive that fast in Illinois. I mean, Indiana. Indiana's well, there's more than one communist state, but Indiana's pretty communist, so I typically drive 64 in Indiana because they'll write you a ticket for driving one over. In fact, I was actually driving one under a few years back when I was working for Coal City Cobb, and a cop pulled me over. Actually, so I was driving one under. I bumped it up to the actual speed limit, and then to pass another driver who was going slower than me. And a cop pulls me over and said I was doing 7 over, when prior to that I was doing one under, and I bumped it up to the speed limit. But he pulled me over and lied and claimed I was doing 7 miles an hour over the speed limit. And I told him he was a liar, basically. I didn't say it in those words. I was PC or diplomatic. Not really diplomatic. I was not really PC either. What I said was, I was like, well, because, we have black boxes on the trucks and stuff. And now I got an error. There we go. Now it's going to play. Maybe not. Anyways, so I was in Illinois. I'm not sure what happened, what was going on. But anyways, Indiana cop pulled me over, highway patrol, and he said I was doing 7 over. This feeling was 65, so he claimed I was doing 72. One, my truck wouldn't do 72; it would only do 70. I was not going downhill, and my GPSs would have dinged me if I was going like more than 2 or 3 over. Well, we got black boxes, right, on these trucks. So I called my company and I told them that this officer claimed I was doing 7 over when I knew I wasn't. And I asked him to pull the tape. That's what I call it. I don't know if that's actually what it's actually called. But I was like, can you pull the tape on my truck to prove that I wasn't doing 7 miles an hour over the speed limit? Yeah, see, okay, so this guy speeds up to, or I slow down, one of the two. And then the guy puts on his brakes for whatever reason. And then I turn my high beams on. I only turn my high beams on somebody if they're doing something inappropriate in front of me. So chances are, and usually it's when they cut me off. So yeah, see, I let them up. So I got in trouble for that, but that's all right. I only got lost 1 point. I don't really care. So yeah, if they cut me off and then they put on the brakes, I light them up. So that's probably what happened here. I don't know. Like I said, it was a week ago. I don't remember. But that's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, see, there goes the car. But a lot of times when they cut me off, I'll just move over to the left lane, which is probably what I did. And, you know, sometimes I'll either move to the left lane and not light them up, or I'll move to the left lane and I'll light them up, or I'll stay in the lane and light them up, you know, and then, you know, not that it does any good. Nobody cares because people are douchebags. But, and like I said, I got a strike against me for, you know, his behavior. And, you know, probably mine too because, you know, I was a little aggressive. I can be a little aggressive. I'm not super aggressive, but, you know, it's whatever. But that cop, like I said, he pulled me over. He said I was doing 7 over when I was actually doing 1 under. And so I had my company pull the paperwork on the truck to show that I was actually, you know, doing the speed limit and or 1 under. I actually thought I was doing 1 over, but I was, you know, the paperwork, the computer, the black box said I was actually doing 1 under before I went to pass, and then I bumped it up to the speed limit to pass. And here I thought I was doing 1 mile an hour faster than the paperwork the black box said I was actually doing. But so I challenged him. I was like, you know, my company's pulling a tape to prove that I wasn't doing what you claim I was doing. So I basically called him a liar without calling him a liar, you know. And the asshole ended up giving me a warning, which still went on my CSA score. I didn't have to go to court, and it didn't cost me $1,000 to fight the ticket. But I still got, you know, I think it was 3 points or more on my record on my CSA score, and for 3 years for a warning for something that I didn't even do, and that was just shitty, just pure bullshit. But anyways, yeah. So in Indiana, I drive like 1 mile an hour under the speed limit. So my potential score for this month is 1,002. My actual score is 961. Company average is 868. So I'm almost 100 points above average. So I'm still doing good. My average following distance is 3.6. And that's for the month of December. Month of November doesn't really count because I was only driving for a couple days. This week started the 20th. I think that's today. Yeah, today. Today is the 20th. So, we'll ignore that, but my following distance today was 3.4. Last week, My potential was 999 and my actual was 953. Total minutes analyzed 3,000, so that means I drove about 3,000 miles last week, which is pretty good. I got 9 alerts, so 7 of those were from covering up the camera. So I actually had 2 actual bad alerts. Which, I wanted to look at yesterday's. I think I got dinged for running a yellow turn signal light. But anyways, last week the average was 873. Mine was 953. We're at 20 minutes. I gotta make this quicker. Stop light violation last week, so that was probably yesterday. No. No. Oh, that was my day off. Stop sign violation. My bad. Yeah, I delivered at Sam's Club distribution center today, and they had 2 stop signs there at the guard shack. And so I pulled up to the one stop sign and I stopped, and the lady was like, she didn't get angry, but she acted like she was about to get angry because I stopped at the stop sign and she wanted me to pull forward. She kept saying, "No, stop here." And so after I did my full complete stop, then I pulled forward to where she wanted me to pull forward. Because if I didn't, I would have got another stop sign violation. And I told her I had this AI system in my truck and it would have dinged me and I would have lost like 10 points on my safety score if I didn't stop at that stop sign. And she's like, "Oh, okay." And then she was cool. She understood, you know. I was like, "Yeah, I got to stop at every single stop sign, even if they're not important." So, yeah, because I didn't stop at a stop sign, I yielded or something like that. And it could have been at the plant or, the warehouse, whatever they're called. I'm used to doing chemical plants and stuff because I used to be a tanker driver. So I'm used to calling the facilities plants. So, but it was probably it was a warehouse obviously because I'm doing dry van now. So my score was 840 and the company average was 881 because I yielded at a stop sign. So that was not good. That was right before my day off. 2 days before my day off. I did a 34-hour reset in Chicago. The 16th. I don't know what day that was, but anyways. Okay, so they didn't ding me for running the yellow turn signal. So that's good. Oh, the 14th. There's my following distance infraction. So I got 2 alerts that day. One from covering up my camera and my following distance from that guy. I assume cut me off, and then I moved over. Then a car was tailgating me, so I moved back over to be courteous to the car, and then that idiot put on the brakes, and so then I let him up. That's what I assume happened, but like I said, it was a week ago. I can't remember. But knowing my habits and how I act and react, that is more likely what happened. Is he probably cut me off, and I probably moved over, and I should have let him up in the first place, but I didn't. Um, then a car was tailgating me, so I moved back over, and then he slowed down, and then I turned on my high beams. So that's probably what happened, because, like I said, knowing my habits, knowing how I am, chances are that's what happened. So far this month, I got 7,305 miles. Divide that by 20. Let's see. Well, shoot. I'll just get the calculator out. I can't. I used to be able to do this stuff in my head, but not anymore. My business partner can. Divided by 20. So I'm averaging about 365 miles a day equals times 7. That's about 2,500 miles a week. That's pretty good. That's what I anticipate that my average should be, is about 2,500 miles a week. Um, Now that's even counting the fact that I was home for 4 days, and then I decided to stay out for 2 weeks because I was home for 4 days, or 3.5, and then I had a 34-hour reset at the terminal in Chicago. So we could take 4 days off of that. So let's see here. 7,315. So 16 divided by 16. So I'm averaging about 457 miles a day, which, not bad. Because, like I said, some days I don't get as many miles as other days. Like today. Let's see. Today I actually did 468 miles. And then yesterday I only did 361. Because yesterday I basically was sitting at the terminal for half the day. I didn't even leave till noon to go pick up the load because I didn't get dispatched. And I had to go find an empty, and then go get loaded, and then go find parking because it was getting late. Day before that, 0 miles. Day before that, I drove a lot of miles that day, 638. 514, that's 610. 541. 329. 496. 261. 66. What was I doing that day? The 10th. That was probably the day that I have no idea. Friday. Oh, that was when I was home. So basically, I drove 5 miles into town, delivered, drove 5 miles back home, and I was done. So, all right. Well, anyways, that concludes this. We're pushing 30 minutes. So, that's the NetraDyne artificial intelligence safety system that's installed in my black box and my dash cam on this truck. And basically it records everything I do and rates me for what it thinks my good actions are and what it thinks my bad actions are within that short, so many second time frame. So it didn't actually record what I did prior, or what happened prior or after. It only recorded that so many second clip. Which I don't know how many seconds it actually was. And it's going to take forever to load, so I'm not going to bother. But yeah, it's only a couple seconds. And so it's like it's rating me on what happens within a couple seconds versus what happens overall. So that's not a positive, but it's whatever. So that's just my update for this NetraDyne AI safety system. It might be a minute, but it's not very long. It needs to document and analyze what happens in maybe a larger time frame. Well, in a situation like this, because we don't know what happened before, and like I said, it was a week ago. I don't remember. We don't really know what happened after, you know. Um, and they're not documenting that, so I don't know. It's whatever. So I'm not as worried about my safety score now because I found out that I don't get paid by my safety score. Um, over the road drivers do. Oh, it backspaced. Nice. Over the road drivers do. I'm a regional driver. So this doesn't affect my pay, so I don't care as much as I did before. But I still care because I'm a safety guy. I mean, I do try. I'm not perfect, but I do try to do the right thing and whatnot. But yeah, I probably got a little too aggressive in this situation. But that's minor. I've gotten a lot more aggressive in other situations. So, but I guess maybe one of these days you'll get to see the recording on that whenever I get aggressive in another situation. And maybe I'll mess up, maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But next video, any videos I get, I'll try to record them, document this, and give you an update on how this system works. Oh, backspaced again. This thing's crazy. But anyhow, yeah, this is the NetraDyne uh, artificial intelligence safety system in my black box of my 18 wheeler. All right, bye.